Hello. It's pretty cold out there, even though it's almost 30. I don't know. Oops. We got screens upon screens. I was messing around with the green screen. I was going to use it tonight, but didn't quite work out the way I would prefer it to, so I also want to thank C4 for their stuff. Hey, Brad. What Danies! What did I watch last night? You remember? No, I don't. Uh-oh. Dana's a little mad at me. It's a good choke over here. Their drawers. She's not happy. I did watch the King's Man. Watched it. It was pretty good action movie. Darren says hello, Dana.
Hi there.
She's nice to you, Darren. Another one for the fire, Dana. Just like Night of the Living Dead, except it's Amazon boxes. So I was lucky enough to get my tax money. Yeah, I'm always in the doghouse. Yeah. She didn't like the gummy. She got uncomfortably high or something. But anyway, these damn my ears must not be level, because every glasses I put on ends up being crooked. But the Kingsman movie was okay, but it just seemed the story didn't flow very evenly. It just kind of seemed disjointed. But that's my opinion on it. Did go to Walmart today. I forgot what I was looking for. Yeah, and I didn't get it. So that's, I remember what I was going to get. Some canned air so I could do whippets. Or blow out dust everywhere. And then get high off of it. But I forgot to get that, so. But I did find this in our local Walmart. The ultimate McCready Station Survival. Now, this is not the one with the big hat, unfortunately. He does come with a flamethrower, and you can test some blood, and you got like a sweatsuit, flamethrower, and then you can test the blood and it bump up. So they did have another one, but it was the same price, but it had the movie poster on it, and they had one of those spider thing, or like a circle with a bunch of wires going around it, and it already ripped half the box open, but I still couldn't see if he had the big hat. But anyway, Jace asking about the new Argento movie, which has been quite on the news. And yeah, I did see. I think I saw the full trailer. I might have just saw the teaser, but if it's what I saw this week, come out a couple days ago, it has promise, but we'll have to wait. And I know I saw one person say that I'm gonna break these glasses. Look at this. I'm tired of it. I want to hold my head crooked. But says some, like it was over the top or something, and I was like, well, that's what I would prefer, that versus the Adrian Brody Giallo route. So I'll be in for that. So we'll have to wait until the fall, which I think it was announced that it's going to be on Shudder, which is that's good. So I can at least check it out, and we'll see how it goes. Hopefully it'll be, like someone's saying, it could possibly be his last movie. So hopefully it goes out on at least the high point of one way or the other. Not Adrian Brody. Mixed reviews. So yeah. But I would want people like, what's that guy's name? Alan Jones, and that lady that wrote Broken Minds, or is it Broken Mirrors, Broken Minds, or whatever the hell it was. People who are into Argento, I want to hear their 2 cents in it, or their 2p. Yeah, it could be, Jay. Yeah, it'll be on the internet before the fall, so we'll have our answer. And so, let's see. One thing I think I talked about it a little back, was the Zavvi USA clearance, and I got this for $10. Abracadabra from Cauldron Films, and I liked it, but I didn't know how short it was. It's like an hour and 7 minutes. There you go, Jay, with the name, close enough. But that looks familiar. So I would definitely not give $20 or whatever they were asking for a 77-minute movie. And then the extras are really not that in depth for actually wanting to. But it's a decent movie. I'm gonna try to watch the one I have not seen, is Profondo Sono, Deep Sleep. I have not seen that one. I finally broke down because I got my tax money back, so I had to spend some of it. So I got the Transformers on 4K, the movie from '80s. I actually got so crazy that I ordered 2 of them, and I had to send one back. Let me go fix something real quick. Now you know we got poop. I guess I'll just let it go. Golly. All right. Brandon had some accidents. I was trying to get to it, but everybody's eating it. We have dogs who like to eat their feces. Oh, great. Well, it smells pleasant here now. It smells like a farm.
Yeah, I was going around the house trying to get it to smell better, and then
He comes to me. Makes it smell like shit. Well, anyway, got this in. Now, one thing I will say, that the extras on this are shitty as fuck. They got the movie with just the music, which, if you heard the music, you definitely don't want to hear that only. And I think that was it. There's really nothing on here as far as extras. Maybe freaking. I gotta turn the freaking phone on because I can't read. Trailer, and you get a trailer and Scorpion trailers, which, okay. As far as the movie itself, it's a pretty good revenge movie from, I'm assuming this takes place after World War II. And again, the transfer on this looks really good. But of course, and this is a trend I've saw, that it looks like dog crap at the beginning, and then at certain points in the film, it gets really bad. So I'm wondering, is it just the print at the beginning of the reel is really damaged, and they just can't fix it? And then also, I'm assuming the other parts are other reels, the beginning of another reel, because there's some startling fuzziness. Dana spraying pleasant, fruity, I think in tropics. Is it worth the hype, Jay? I mean, it just depends on your taste. I mean, just a brief thing about the story. This guy is returning from the war. And at the beginning, he gets thrown off a train. For sticking up for another soldier, and he just walks, and apparently he walks back home, and he has a farm there, and this guy's living on it. I can't tell if the guy was black. I'm assuming he is black, but he was an older guy, and he had a countrified accent, and I couldn't tell. But either way, they have this rundown farm. And he's he's getting ready to lose it because he's not making any money. And there's a car wreck right outside his place. No, it's not Rolling Thunder. So they pull the guy out of the car, and he's like a crime boss, or maybe a mid-level crime boss guy. And of course the car blows up. Yeah, I'm talking about that right now, X-Ray. I'm just telling a little bit of the plot. So they save the guy, and a guy goes back to the city and sends his woman to give him $1,500 for saving his life, and they were happy about that, but it still wasn't enough to save the farm. But some other circumstances happen where he can make more money and stuff, and then there's really, I'm really being, I'll be real, I can't even say the word, erotistical, but whatever. So it's a revenge movie, and there's some stuff as far as gunshots and shotgun blasts that I have not seen in a movie of this era that's pretty cool. I would say, okay, out of 5 stars, I'll give it 3. So it's not total crap, but it's not like super, super great either. So, just depends on your taste. I mean, there is a really good thing about the movie. I won't give any details on it because I don't want to spoil it for anybody. But there is a life lesson in the movie, but you have to watch it till the end. And I thought that part was cool. And then there's some stuff that makes you think that this is a true story at the end, which I doubt that this is a true story. But, I don't know. But yeah, it was okay. I mean, when you have a film like this and people go on about it, and obviously since it's been in code red hell for many years, that they think it's going to be be some special thing, but it's just, the real talk is how's the titty and the violence. I think there are at least one pair of titties in it. The violence is pretty good as far as what's there. There's a lot of course, this is a great time where they're actually using squibs and stuff like that. So, I mean, you get to see some of that. So, I mean, it's... I guess for the time period, it might have been over the top or a lot more violent than it is now. I mean, when, you know... So, it just depends on your taste. I would say it's a little overhyped, and at least when people say it's... you've been waiting for this thing for freaking ever and a day, from Code Red, and there's some anticipation and some expectations, and usually that kind of stuff never gets met, even if the movie's super awesome, good. But you know, it's a good film. It's not bad. Yeah, I need to watch that X-Ray. If I've seen it, it's been on TV, so I'm sure it was cut to hell. But it was okay. Again, I mean, that didn't knock my shoes off. Some of the parts, the transfer at certain points of the film look amazing, and then other parts looks like fuzziness. Looks like you're watching it projected on a terry cloth towel, like a beach towel. But those things don't last that long. Maybe just a couple 15 seconds, or just, you know, this depends. But overall, the transfer is probably a 7 or 8 out of 10. Just, you know. Now the songs they play in this are horrible, in my opinion. I just don't like that kind of, and they keep going on and on for. I actually fast forwarded through a couple of what do you call those, montages, where stuff was going on and they were playing some folk song, or I don't even know what you would describe that music as. But so I mean, I don't know. Is it worth $30-some? No, in my opinion. Will I sell mine at some point? If it sells out, maybe, if the price is right. So, I mean, it's not, I'm not like embarrassed. I've been embarrassed when I buy stuff, or not embarrassed, but super upset at myself for buying something and getting it home and it or, you know, blind buying something and it be completely crap. I did that a lot with like video games. I remember getting the ECW, the first ECW game. I forgot what it had to be PS2, I think. But either way, it was dog shit. I could not play that thing worth nothing, and I was really upset. Yeah, I mean, I would. I mean, it'll be out there at some point on the interwebs, but not something. I would say that it's required viewing. So, sorry to disappoint. But, I mean, also we got Phenomenon is coming out here in the next couple of weeks. That's going to be good. Still waiting to see what this thriller or cruel picture will look like on 4K. I want, you know, like on Facebook, Wes was talking about seeing some comparisons, and I mean, I'm for that. I don't want to, you know, and I also think it's going to be something like, you know, I read someone said something about the zombie, when Zombie got released from, like, was it Media Blasters and Blue Underground at the same time, and it was more of a, at that point they were more of a difference in extras versus being anything else to do. So I'm assuming that'll be the same here. X-rays. I'll get to that, Jay. I'll have to think about that, about the worst movie purchases. I'm very optimistic. Oh, I'm sorry, cautiously optimistic. How many times on Jack Frost nipping at your nose? I probably watched it once off the 4K, but I've watched it about 4 or 5 times in all. But definitely the 4K is the incredible to watch because it looks so good. But as far as the black glasses, I'm looking forward to. Hopefully, yeah, the Code Red version of Redeemer or Class Reunion Massacre, the Blu-ray has a sparkler head, which is not present on the DVD. So, but as far as that's a good topic of movie purchases. Let me take a look. Let me turn on the light. Take a look. Brandon, what are you doing back here, Bubba? Bubba. Oh shit. Oh. Just reading. I don't know. I mean, there's several. I can't recall one off. I was trying to look. I have a ton more DVDs out in the garage that didn't make it into the wall. Goodfellas, I'm kind of pissed I bought it on Blu-ray when it most recently came out on 4K, but I'm not going to repurchase it just yet. So I mean it's more of that. I bought something weird stuff, and like I forgot what the title is. Hey John. No, I don't have any Philips Hue. I mean, in the living room, we got the Go V lights with the camera that's supposed to pick up the screen, that gets the camera to get off the screen. So it doesn't work quite perfectly, but it definitely adds something to watching movies. And, of course, it only works really good in the dark, which I'm very rarely up very much in the dark to watch anything. But I do know I spent a lot of money on one DVD. Jack Frost. I don't even know how to answer that. I mean, I would have to say like 2, but I don't even know why I would give it 2. It's not really good at all. I give it 2 because there's 2 Adrian Brodys in it. Oh, I'll be honest. Those are some weird movies because they look really good. Oh, the 4K doesn't look good, huh? Well, that's another thing. I mean, that kept me away from getting Glorious Bastards on 4K because I heard that the transfer wasn't that good either, and they were selling it really cheap. And that's usually a sign of that. Now, Adrian Brody, he was on it was it Epics or Stars? He had it was a prequel to Salem's Lot. And it was really, I liked it, and he was a producer on it, but he always whispered. He never really talked loud. And I thought it was a decent series, and so, you know, I don't know. I never laughed. I laughed at a few parts, like you say. The only part was Adrian Brody's dual role. Yeah, you got to be careful with some 4Ks. Now, I heard forever that the 4K of Transformers or Transformers Terminator 2 looked bad. And I bought the Steelbook and found out it was the same transfer, but when I watched it, I thought it looked great. Now, and I didn't really notice any. I was watching the skin textures and stuff like that. I did not find it to be overly corrected, and they didn't look like wax dummies or anything. So I don't know. And that one sells for like $7, $7.50 or something like that. But I thought it looked decent enough, so I'm not unhappy about that. But as far as those Playing with Dolls movies. You got to get the last one they released with Robert Bronsky, the Charles Bronson lookalike guy. I don't understand those films. I mean, I thought they were a good time waster, but I mean, obviously they're nothing top notch. But man, well, that'd be interesting, Jack. But I don't know. That's all. There's too much. I can only stand too much Adrian Brody at a time, so I may have to wait a little bit. You don't want to overdo it. So another thing that happened this week, everybody else was going on about, was the Vinegar Syndrome sale. Madman is on 4K now, or well, let's find out, because I don't even know when it's coming out because the stupid thing never says it. No, Brad, I haven't seen that one, but I mean, I've heard of it, and I have a digital copy of it. They made a couple of those. So, yeah. There's some good stuff. Yeah, Robert Bronsky. He's got another one coming out at some point because I saw it. Yeah, too much Adrian Brody. Twice the Adrian Brody. It's like double impact with Adrian Brody. But let's see here. Hey, I got myself on here. Let's see. What the fudge? There we go. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, the novelty wears off quick with the Robert Bronsky. But, so we got the Madman here. I'll show you. I bought one other thing, but I find it funny with all the porn stuff. But I like this. It says Vinegar Syndrome sucks. That's kind of a funny thing they would put out. And then if you want the rack, the display rack for $150, you can spend an extra $30 for the header. Now I must admit I do like that. I do like that display rack, but I'm gonna try to make one when it gets a little warmer. I'm gonna get some whatever that is, and see if I can make something similar. I didn't get a cassette. I think it's pretty good too, Darren. You know, the back of it's really cool. Do you think Vinegar Syndrome was named as a playoff for inner? I'm not really sure what that means there, Jack. I'm all jittery from C4s. Oh. That's cool, Brad. I'll have to check it out. I mean, there's some... They made a ton of those, and there's one that's really insane. It's called Possessed 2. I don't know if it's out on anything, but you can find it online. But let me check out the merch here. I did get a piece. I got some merch. Also, I found out if you get Corruption, which is another porn movie, that it has Last House on Dead End Street on as a bonus movie. So, but I mean, I wouldn't want to. Oh, I understand what you're saying now, Jack. Sorry. I think that the Vinegar Syndrome was really there. I don't even know this, or I don't know if they call it that, but actually, I guess some film, if it's set inside these canisters for so long, it maybe smells like vinegar, or you know, something like that. I think that was the name of. That's where they got the name from. But you know. I was thinking about getting the spinning star enamel pen, but I found this, which is sold out. I got it, and it was like 9 left. And I was like, yeah, I like that pen because it looks like a giallo. It's got yellow colors and stuff. Oh, I didn't even know they had Mondo Macabre stuff, but I didn't even know that at the time. But I probably wouldn't have bought anything because all this stuff is overpriced on here. You can get most of this stuff on Amazon. No. Untouchables. I don't know. I mean, that's a good movie, but I don't know if I would really. It's kind of making me wish that we had rental stores so I could rent it and watch it on 4K, but not to purchase it. Righting Wrongs. I got the DVD of that, but that's a good Hong Kong action martial arts movie. I don't know. I guess I think Unearthed did the first Evil Dead trap. I I got it bookmarked there, Jack, on the old YouTubes. No. For a second there, I thought you said Cannibal Girls, which I watched that a couple months ago. But no, I have it somewhere, but I have not watched Gorgor Girls. I do have like a set of Herschel Gordon Lewis, but I don't know if that's on it though. If it is, I'll definitely want. Ooh, Angel Eyes. Monique Gabrielle, you know it. Oh, it's Gary Grover's Psycho Classic. I'm not sure if that's, Oh, Future Video has a sale. What the hell is Future Video? I see. It's all cartoon, cartoon covers. Yeah, I don't think I'll be getting that. I'm assuming, is that the one? That's the one with Ryan O'Neal, I think. Ken. Yeah, this looks horrible. I mean, well, anyway, I don't know. Maybe they're okay, but a fictional biography of the world's most celebrated sexual and physical pervert. Okay. What is this? Whoa. Whoa. Look at Treasure of the Four Crowns 3D restoration. Oh. Beverly Hills Cop 2. Shakedown. Breakdown. But yeah, man, Treasure of the Four Crowns. That was a big 3D movie back in the, like 83 or something. I know Wes has talked about it, I think. Without Warning is coming back out with a new 2K restoration or something. I'm not a big fan of A Fistful of Dollars. I mean, I have the previous set that came out with all the movies, but for a few dollars more is my favorite of the three films, so I'm definitely going to get that on 4K. The Freak Makers, well, that's an older. Wow. I've watched a little bit of this mysterious. Yeah, they do, Jay. They do look like something that you might see at a truck stop where you buy the headphones that usually cost $2. They cost $10 with a bunch of mugs next to the tapes. But the Mysterious Dr. Fu Manchu, early sound movie. I watched a few minutes of it, but I prefer the Fu Manchu movie that Boris Karloff did. Yeah, I mean, I'll see the reviews and stuff, but I may wait for a sale too, but I don't know. That might take a while. Yeah, I need to watch. I got the samurai movie that they based a few good men, for a few dollars, a fistful of dollars, and I actually might have got that on VHS back in the day. Oh, yeah, Kevin Sorbo, what a loser. I wasn't a fan of Blood of the Vampire. Wow. Well, that's about what it was pretty costly when I got the same steelbook. I got it back when it first came out, and it was probably $40. So you didn't get ripped off too bad. I mean, $10, especially for a steelbook, and especially for that movie. The movie looks awesome on Blu-ray, and then also that steelbook is pretty tight. It looks really good too. I remember I rented this back in the day because it had Pamela Anderson in it. Still see some boobies. Yeah, 4K. So Jack Frost is asking. Yeah, I would more Bava. Jack Frost pick Dracula 3D or Giallo. Jesus, that's a hard one. I will give it to Giallo that it looks like a movie as far as the presentation. It just ain't worth a shit. Dracula 3D has got some weird shit in it. I don't know. I got Dracula 3D for $1 at our dollar store, so I don't know. It's hard to say. You're not going, but I guess since Aja is in Dracula 3D, I'll go with that one. Giallo in Venice. Yeah, I saw that they're releasing. I mean, I don't know if I'll get that or not. I saw it, and it's okay. And Planet of the Vampires, I actually had never seen the ending of that movie, and I watched it. The last time I watched it, which is probably maybe 6 months, a year ago, I watched it, and I was like, oh. But that movie does look great, even in whatever form it is now. So it's just really good. I love movies like that because, I mean, obviously they were shot on sets, but that makes them look, at least at that time period, they look really good. Yeah, Snapdragon was out a lot on everything, but yeah, I wanted to see some Pamela Anderson titties. Yeah, yep. It's time to rebuy everything. Communion is a good movie. Yeah, I've seen it many, many years ago. The one dude that was, well, no. I'm thinking about Fire in the Sky, but yeah, I need to watch that again. It's on Tubi and stuff, so. Miracle Mile, I've tried to watch one time, and for some reason I couldn't get into it. But yeah, good titty. Yeah. That's what I'm talking about. Chucky season 1, which I don't need to. I mean, I liked it, but I don't want to buy. So I saw that this. Wow, you can get the Steelbook. I guess I thought that Arrow did this. So you can get the Steelbook, or you can pay more and get the regular edition. Yeah. Imagine if he made that like in the 80s or late 70s. It would have been Dracula 3D, or even just Dracula would have been great. And of course, you can get the regular edition of Living Dead at Manchester Morgue, which is, you know, is a really, really good Spanish zombie movie made in England, I guess. But, you know, I guess I'm still waiting on them to release the Tombs of the Blind Dead or whatever, or Return of the, whatever the hell they have. And I saw this, Calamity of Snakes. Ooh, so it's a snake revenge movie. I think they're releasing they're going to be releasing Centipede Terror or Horror, Centipede Horror, which is really, Whew. I don't know how they convinced all these people to put shit in their mouth, like centipedes and bugs and stuff, but they're braver than me. So it looks like that's coming out on May. So again, I wish they would have an option so I don't have to see the anal cream pie. But anyway, Jack, it is the letting sleeping corpses lie is the Manchester Morgue movie. I think I got the DVD of that, but I didn't get they had the 10 back in the day for Anchor Bay, but you know, it's all right. The sexy box. Talk about a non-sale is this fucking thing, this Shout Factory shit. I looked at a little bit, but there's nothing there that tickled my fancy. And now apparently they are doing some type of Trancer Ultimate box set. I'm not sure. I'm pretty sure there's a few Trancers movies. I think the later ones, he took the body over of a woman or something so they could do it without him. And they're doing another. Oh, they're doing a 4K drive, which is if you haven't seen it, it's a really good Hong Kong action movie, but it was made in the States. That's a good thing, Ken. I don't know, maybe. It's hard to say. As Tom Atkins says, who's to say, you know? I wouldn't bet against it for, you know, later this year, maybe, you know, Black Friday. Robert Long, were you a fan of the Warlock and the rest of the sequels? Yeah, I was pretty. I liked the first Warlock and then the second one, but the third one I don't recall watching. I probably did, but you know. So the first two, you know, Julian Sands is in, and then the other guy takes over for the third one. They were all right. I know the first one, it seemed like it was. I don't know. There were some issues with the first one being released or something, but maybe I'm just kind of misremembering. But they were fun at the time. Definitely a good rental. I'm not big on seeing real snake or any animal death in movies. You know. So, but again, they eat those shit and things. So, no, I didn't know that's X-Ray. They had a game, a Super Nintendo game. What's it? Killing Meteors. I always just didn't think that title didn't entice me. Mardi Gras Massacre. I don't think that's a very good movie. I think I have a Blu-ray of it, no, I got a Blu-ray of Massage Parlor Massacre. I'll get my massacres confused. This one is a pretty crazy movie, The Seventh Curse. It's the only time I've seen like Chow Yun-Fat in one of these, what I call kitchen sink crazy films. So I need to rewatch this. This was on Amazon Prime for a long time. I don't know if it still is or not. I did watch Stone. Yep. Tommy Atkins. Again, I was not a super big fan of this one, even though, but you know, it's got a cool fucking thing there, but I just didn't, I don't know. But it got Toe Cutter in it, so, you know, you got at least somebody in it that's cool. Uh-oh, Violent City. Hey, Scratch. Ever seen Red Spells Red? There's a few movies that have red in the title of Cat 3. I'm not sure. I said, is it Red Kill Red or Run Kill Red? I mean, there's a few titles with the same thing, or same very close to my my brain kind of spelling them out in my head. But I'll have to look into that to see if I've seen it, because I like seeing some crazy stuff. And I don't think I've seen Violent City. Yeah, I probably will, Jay. I'm not. But I need to check out some. You got Telly Savalas and Charles Bronson. Shit. Grand Slam was pretty good. Italian kind of caper movie. I rented that a long time ago. I think it was probably on VHS, or the video store I used to was open here. We're taking a lot of their VHSs and burning them to DVR. So, but I think this was on like TMC or something like that. It was on some channel in really good quality. No Baker Boys. Death Game. I did see Death Game at had some screening in, like, I guess in LA or something, and Carolyn Camp was there, which she's a little, I mean, obviously she's older and she got a little bigger, but you know, what are you gonna do? But the thing, Eli Roth was there. He kind of remade this movie and with Keanu Reeves and stuff, and that's a really good one. Really, I like that more than this version, honestly. I mean, this version's okay, but I don't know. There's something, I mean, I guess I like the updated version better, but you know. Usual Suspects is coming to 4K. I don't care about that. That's what somebody was talking about. In France, it's coming. Hardball or Highball. Yeah, I have no clue. I've not seen Monday Morning. I may have to see if it's online somewhere. Oh, it's 90. I wish I could get a brooch with David Hess's face like that, and I would wear it around. Maybe I'll get a tattoo of that as a brooch right here in my chest. Another title that does not really want me to rent it or see it is Half a Loaf of Kung Fu. I know it might be all right, but that title just is kind of insane. Now this is pretty good. Well, you get 2 for 1, but A Night of a Thousand Cats, the great Hugo Stiltz helicopter stalking movie, and Mary Mary Bloody Mary, which is kind of a 70s kind of vampire movie. But you get 2 of them. I'll have to see what the pricing on that. Yeah, you don't know if it's going to be cut all to hell or something too, so definitely could be that. Whoa, we got 24 or 23 people in here. The Captain's Quarters. I'm working on almost got my own channel monetized here pretty soon. So I might do some things over there too, just to make more money. Yeah, and this is weird. They're releasing Beyond Evil again. Trauma is, even though Vinegar Syndrome released it. You talk about Death Game or Deadly Games. Oh, Deadly Games. Is it any good? I mean, it's okay. I don't want to really. I don't know how to overhype it or not, but it's kind of like some girls are. I get if I'm thinking about is that they're playing like softball and they get stranded in some hick town and they get
That's blood games.
what's deadly what's death games.
Death games? I don't know. There's deadly games or something like that.
Deadly Games. What's
I think that's that movie that's got Steve Rail.
oh I can't help you on that one, Brad. I don't know if they're going to release any collector sets. Maybe. They're not going to be as. I don't think. I ain't seen very many people release any good sets outside of the boutique labels. As far as. But. Alligator, I'm not really. It's okay, but Dana likes it more than me, so I'm sure she'll get it. But, no, I don't know. Deadly Games, I'm just offhand. I can't think of anything.
I think Deadly Games is that one where all those group of friends are hanging out and somebody is killing people, their friends off or something.
Yeah, I don't know why they changed the name of this. I guess because I guess more people would be more, I guess, know what gore is than Giallo. But Scratch, Alacarda re-release. Yeah, they need. Apparently that thing is still not sold out, or they're reproducing it because it's. I think it's still on their website, Mono Macara, but maybe I'm wrong. But it definitely would be cool if we could get a Blu-ray of it. But they may not own the rights, but if they're still selling the DVD of it, I don't know. Breakout. I can't remember if I've seen that, but that wouldn't. Monster Man. I think I saw parts of this, and this is kind of a goofy movie. I saw somebody they cut it up and they didn't tell you what it was from, and then I found out it was Monster Man. It's I guess he's driving like a monster truck and some other crazy stuff. I've been aiming to watch it, but never did. And then that, Gunman. Wasn't it Christopher Lambert and wasn't it whatchamacallit? Van Peebles, maybe? I don't think I've seen that one, but maybe. But I probably saw it back when it came out on VHS. Human Lanterns, I've watched a little, some of that, but I never. But it's definitely a strange film. It seems like a straightforward martial arts movie, but not a lot of martial arts. But maybe I'm misremembering, of course. But Night Creatures is kind of an action film with Peter Cushing. Oh, yeah. Yeah, it does give you a Jeepers Creepers vibe. Not a big fan of either one, but definitely the first movie was a lot better. But I heard that they might be making a third one. So, and then I know people talking about Cursed, but they're not going to give you the unmade version or the version that they made and then abandoned. Zedder, get another edition of Zedder. I'm not sure. I mean, the one thing I'll say about this movie is I really dig the vibe of it and everything, but not to be a spoiler alert, but it does not end right for me. I mean, certain movies can do that, but that definitely can't do it. And see, 88 Films is doing like a Species. I mean, they're okay, but I don't know if I would really need to have those. After watching that documentary on Boris Karloff, they have a lot of his films on Shudder, so I would definitely. And they're mostly the Universal films. Black Cat's on there, which is one of the better Bela Lugosi and Boris Karloff movies. I really like that one. The Core. This one was a pretty good Shudder movie. I don't know about buying it, but I would definitely want it. Yeah. Well, then I need to watch it again, Jay. Of course, everybody's gearing up for next week, I think, is when the new Texas Chainsaw Massacre is coming out. Whoa. The Zatoichi's down. I started watching those, but I kind of slacked. I think I got like 2 or 3 in and slacked, I think. I need to get back on the Zatoichi. Yeah, I mean, definitely. I remember watching that because it was on years ago on AMC or something. And it's a really different kind of movie, too. Especially watching that documentary and knowing how sick he was and how he couldn't really. He wasn't very active. He couldn't walk. He was in a wheelchair, but when he was needed to do anything for a scene or something, and he would spry up and give every bit of his energy into it. There's the Kingsman. Don't know. I was watching a little bit of this, and it looked like dog shit. As far as version that's out there, and it didn't. It looked. I don't think it was shot on video, but it didn't. It's hard to tell sometimes when you have video rips. And then tentacles, and I need to watch Nightmare Alley. I have a copy of it. I'm gonna try to watch it tomorrow. Because I hear people talk about it, and Del Toro guy, so all his movies seem pretty good, to great, depending on what they are. Yeah, I remember seeing it. It was that one I've seen. It's a weird film too, because a lot of those, back in the day, I didn't think there was a lot of, I don't know, truly independent movies like that, and it just seemed like independent. But you got like Adam Baldwin and what's her name, Deborah Foreman's in it. I'm pretty sure. American Pimp. And I did watch. I think I mentioned it before. There was some documentaries. One's called Driver 23. I think these guy's name's like David Cleveland or something. He has a rock band called Dark Horse, and it's just a wild documentary. But anyway, they made another one. Hey, Chris V. They made another one like in 98 or something called the Atlas Moth for some reason. And there's Atlas moths in them. Apparently they're big moths and have big wing span. It was kind of crappy as far as it wasn't interesting at all. It just there was just like no. It just seemed like they were just filming. It's just like kind of like they turned the camera on and just filmed stuff with this guy. And then I think he died. I'm not sure how long ago that Dave Cleveland died, but they were like doing stuff with his band and stuff. Oh, The Wicker Man. I was watching some of that documentary they have on Shudder about the folk horror stuff. And then it's like, man, they bringing up a lot of films that I want to revisit. Blood on Satan's Claw, I want to revisit that. Maybe I want to see Wicker Man again so I can see either Brett England's ass or whoever's doubling for, because it was very nice. My location is in use. No, I don't want my location in use. Yeah. I'll probably, obviously that'll be released at some point. Bullies. Allison's birthday. Well, that's on the old Shudder. Dana doesn't like that movie. She says it's boring. Bullies is all right. Yeah, I would probably get that. The 4K of Wicker Man for the 50th anniversary. Also, time got away, but anybody that's in the Mystery Science Theater, they're actually going to start their online thing here next month. Probably it's like early March. So the first time they restarted, I gave them $100, but this time I just gave them 50. So it gets me 6 months of their service and some goodies. So if these episodes are decent, I might go ahead and keep going. Yeah. Well, they actually, I think Severn released it, but I think they've sold out of it. I'm not sure. I want to rewatch it again because the first time I saw that was on Elvira back in the 80s. And it was the first time I saw Elvira because they didn't have her in my area. They didn't have her here in the Kentuckiana area. And then they put her on, Saturday nights at 11:30. And I checked it out and was like, yeah, it was. I don't think I watched a lot of it, but it was pretty, No, Chris, I'm holding out. For the 4K, I just want to see the comparisons. Let me put my hands in screen. I just want to see what they look like. I don't know. And then also, they're going to have different extras, I would assume. So I want to kind of get an idea of, which one's the better option. Obviously, Synapse is the more affordable price, which is kind of strange for a Synapse to be $20. That's kind of a very strange price point for them, especially on something that they, say that they worked on. So I think that they're trying to draw as much, trying to, sell their version, versus the 4K, which obviously is going to be at least $30, at least. But it just comes down to the transfer, and that's the main point for me. There's really no difference, and depending on the extras, which, and it'd be nice to have an option not to see the porn inserts, if you will. But we'll see if that happens. I do have a signed copy from Christina Lindbergh. She was supposed to come to the States, and then she got... they diagnosed her with cancer, so she couldn't come. And then she had some kind of like exploratory surgery to see about the cancer, and it turned out she didn't have cancer. So they cut on her perfect body. So, for no good reason. But I did get to meet her. She did come to the States for a little while, and I got a picture and got her to sign I got it right there, a lobby card from They Call Her One Eye. Mm. But yeah. Let me check. I'm winding down. Let me check and see if Dana is up for a chat.
I will be in just a second.
Okay.
I'm trying to mend Darcy's shoe.
Yeah, I think Dana's sewing. She's gonna be out in a sec. Hmm. But you gotta wait, and then trying to think if there's any more sales coming up. Hopefully not for a while. No, I ain't. My main thing now is trying to get a PS5, and I'm watching Twitter. I'm
Maybe the guys on the chat can do
nah. That's all right. I mean, there are options to get one, but you got to spend like $800 on one, which is kind of really pisses me off. And this is off like Newegg, but some of them actually have they got a bundle, but you get a bunch of crap. But they want $1,000 for that, and if you just want the dang PS5 and a controller, it's costing just a little over $800. Necromancy 4K. I think I'm all right. What's the phenomenon you're getting? I guess it's the Arrow one. That's from. The Severin and the Arrow seem to have corroborated on it or something. I remember seeing Quiet Cool. I think that's got James Lamar in it or something. They actually played that on Joe Bob's theater or on the driving theater on the movie channel. I'm pretty sure he showed a lot of different types of films on there back in the day. But then I would get like he'd show the same movies 3 or 4 times in a year. Dana Lynn's here. What you got there? A drink?
Dana Lynn's drinking.
She's got some booze.
I already had sex on the beach, and now I switched.
With who?
I drank, dear.
Well, thanks, Brad. I definitely don't want to see that again if I can help it. It's a little too much for me.
It's a little too much.
The porn in Thriller.
Yeah, it's not necessary to enjoy the film.
Enjoy the film.
Yeah.
All right. Well, there you go, Dana. Dana's taking over. Let me turn the light on, or you good with the dark? That's
Probably.
There's another shirt you got, huh?
This is the alternate version.
So you got 2 shirts with your face on it, Dana.
Oh, my face isn't so large. It's just in the moon.
I ordered a
I got my mom a coffee cup.
a Eurocult podcast shirt when it was on sale. So the new Synapse has the better option. I don't know. I thought they were all the same. I didn't know there were different versions. I ordered mine from Diabolic. So
What?
no, I didn't. I ordered it from Amazon.
What'd you get from Diabolic?
No, I
or
didn't.
Amazon?
I ordered the
Phenomenal?
yeah.
Yeah, I was going to show off my new shirt.
Well, anyway, here's Dana.
Yeah, I'm mellow now. I drank a Sex on the Beach and 1.5. Well,
2.5 men.
Not exactly 1.5. Darcy, what are you doing, baby?
2.5 men.
And I've got us a heart-shaped pizza ordered from Papa John's. I couldn't get anything from Domino's. They wasn't delivering, so.
So, it's on its way now?
Yeah.
Okay.
They're preparing it last time I checked.
Jose's preparing your pizza.
Well, it doesn't say specifically who's preparing the pizza like Domino's does. But anyway, hey guys, and I do have a new, I don't know if it's improved, but a new Deadites on Deck shirt to show off in case any of you were thinking about getting one of the shirts. I have an idea for a new design. I just haven't got it put together yet. Um, hey, Brad. Steve's not too fond of the idea for my design. I think he thought it was kind of lame because he wasn't real receptive to it yesterday. Yeah, you wasn't real receptive to it.
I'm not a
Steve.
receptive person.
I guess not. We were actually going to try to use my new web around background on Steve's live stream tonight, but for whatever reason we couldn't get it to work with his camera set up and all that. It was not working the way it was working on my computer, so I don't know. We may have to tweak that some to see if we can get it working. Yeah, well, actually, Jay, I am a little buzzed now. I probably should have ate a little something with this alcohol before I started drinking. So, yeah, I am a little slightly tipsy. But I was a little out of sorts when I got home from work because it seemed like everything hit me in the face and I was tired from work and all that jazz. I'm sure you guys know all about that, you know, when you worked hard and then you come home and like everything is just out of order, and you kind of get just completely agitated and out of sorts. So needless to say, I'm mellowing out now, or something I was going to share with you. This is kind of movie related, but kind of not too. And for those of you that are my friend on Facebook, you'll of course get to see the pictures. Unless it turns out disastrous, which I'm hoping it does not. But I'm going to try making my own version of My Bloody Valentine cupcakes for tomorrow. I've got some stuff coming from Amazon that's going to help me achieve that goal, hopefully. And if they turn out properly and aren't just a big fat mess, then I will definitely show pictures on Facebook. So basically, they're just going to be chocolate cupcakes with buttercream frosting colored red with food coloring. I have many colors of gel food coloring there in the kitchen. And then I was able to get these little mini pickaxes, amazingly enough, that I'm going to, after the cupcakes have baked and cooled and been iced, then I will be able to stick the little mini pickaxe in those. Yes, Darren, the alcohol does, in moderation. I wouldn't recommend just, going whole hog into it, but it does take the edge off, and I definitely had an edge whenever I came home, and the dogs were just like, Steve let me know that Brandon, our older basset hound, had peed all over my kitchen rug, so I had to take it up and wash it. And he also needed his wraps. Since he's an elderly dog, he has to have male wraps on, the equivalent of male diapers, to prevent him from leaking all over the place. Otherwise, he, leaves streams of pee everywhere. Oh, the joys of having an elderly dog. Hey, Garrett. Yeah, there usually is a good crowd for Steve's stuff. I haven't actually obtained his level of I don't know what you would call it, notoriety, popularity, whatever you want to call it. I could probably, go the route of asking Wes if I could, piggyback off the dead pit stuff. But I'm not saying Steve's doing anything wrong by doing this. It's great that he's doing this and kind of, making his own way. Um, but I'm determined to do the stuff on my own. Wes, bless his heart, he has, streamed out or shared my stream from my live streams at least once that I know of, for which I am most appreciative of that. Um, and I hope to be able to get maybe a few more subscribers to my live stream. Jay, you're wanting to see these cupcakes versus your hate of Facebook. Uh, yeah, I mean, are you on Facebook, Jay? And I'm not even sure. This is awful to say, but I have sometimes a problem with being able to determine which people's handle or screen name goes with their real name on Facebook if they are using their real name. I know some people um, don't use their complete full name, for which I fully understand that because they like to, um, they don't like to give out all the information about themselves, and I understand that. Especially people with children and things like that they're trying to protect their kids and whatnot. Um, but if you are my friend on Facebook and you are on Facebook, then of course you will definitely see them. If not, I will try to. I can probably just share an image the next time I do a live stream. I'll just share the image and show you if you don't want to go the Facebook route. Um, but I'm kind of excited about making those because it's kind of this thought just come into my head when I was watching My Bloody Valentine last night, and I thought, gee, I could make some chocolate cupcakes with red frosting, and if I could get the mini pickaxes, that would be awesome. I'm also gonna add a little embellishments to the cupcakes. There's something called like edible glitter, which is basically a sugar, I think a sugar based. It looks like glitter, the kind of stuff that you would get for arts and crafts. Only this kind is edible. So I'm looking forward to adding that to my cupcakes. I'm also getting a vanilla flavored, but it's red colored, cake drip sort of icing that I can make look like blood. Um, so kind of the possibilities are kind of endless with this. Of how just it's just how far am I willing to go with this as far as creativity and stuff. Darren, you say you need to catch up on my Paul Kelman stream. Yeah, I mean, there might have been some people watching, or I'm hesitant a little bit to say lurking, but that's what we all do that to some extent, and at some point. Um, and so there may have been people that were just watching that didn't choose to chat, but um, Jay was actually in the chat, and I interacted with him. But as far as I know, he was the only one in the chat. Um, Jay, you say it's a fake name here. Yeah, I think you had mentioned something to that effect before, um, and that's perfectly cool with me. And, people are definitely entitled to their anonymity, or however you pronounce it. Um, I haven't actually got to the slurred speech level with me drinking, but I'm pretty. I'm just mellow right now. I maybe shouldn't have drank the Sex on the Beach and then switched to the whiskey, but it's Saturday evening. I had to work all day today. I had to work from 8 to 5, and I just feel like it's time to relax, pretty much. And I hope I don't seem like a lush to you guys, because that is not the image that I want to be putting out there. I just felt like I was really agitated, and I was being grumpy with Steve and all that, and I don't like to do that. So if the alcohol will take the edge off, I'm willing to drink a little bit of it. But you know how I said I was coming up, or I'd come up with a new idea for a shirt logo to put it on T Public. So I'm going to run it by you guys and see what you think. Like I said, Steve he didn't seem really wowed about it. So I want to, hear some other opinions on it. So my idea was like, the don't theme of movies. I was going to have like a picture of Don't Go in the House, maybe the VHS of Don't Go in the House, a VHS of Don't Open Till Christmas, and then I was going to have, and don't miss an episode of Deadites on Deck as another type of advertisement for my live stream. So I am eager to, hear y'all's thoughts on that. If you think that would be an idea for a good logo, or should I just trash that one and start again? Is it lame? But that was just an idea that I was kind of playing around with as far as t-shirt logos. I did get my mom. I bought my mom a coffee cup with my face on it and Deadites on Deck. I've got to call her later and see if she got it today, because she was supposed to get her coffee cup today, and I was supposed to get my t-shirt today, and I got my t-shirt, so I'm hoping that she got her coffee mug today as well. And I don't know if there's really anything, pending or anything that I just had to share right now, other than, I'm planning on making the My Bloody Valentine cupcakes tomorrow. And as I said before, I got Steve and I a heart-shaped pizza on order from Papa John's. I was trying to get something ordered from Domino's. Of course, Domino's wasn't offering the heart-shaped pizzas. So, I think it was better that they weren't delivering. They were only having, like, carry out or pick up. And, I didn't want to do that. And I didn't want to send Steve to do it. So, I tried Papa John's. And sure enough, they had the heart-shaped pizzas. So, I got one of those. And with extra pepperoni and extra sauce. So, I'm looking forward to enjoying that a little bit later. But feel free to throw your comments up in there about the idea I have for the shirt. If you think it'll fly, if you think anybody's going to want to buy it, or if you think it's extremely lame and I should go with something else, then I trust your guys' opinions. I was trying to think if there's anything that I really wanted to discuss other than those things. I haven't really watched anything brand new. I did watch, I fell asleep while watching My Bloody Valentine last night. I probably will want to finish it up tonight, maybe. Possibly tomorrow. Jay, you say, how about Steve doing the open mouth soy face And the caption is, "I'll swallow your soul." Then I did. I told Declan, you know, if I could get him to do that, that would be awesome, Jay. I would consider adding that one to my repertoire of designs. Darren, you say you need to order the Eurocult T-shirt. Yeah, I'm sure Steve would be happy for anybody wanting to order the Eurocult shirt. I think Steve ordered his own captain's quarters shirt. I think it was the captain's quarter shirt. Um, oh, speaking of Eurocult, Darren, have you? I know you said that you were looking for an excuse to watch the Cassandra movie. I was just wondering if you had watched it yet. I mean, we don't have to go into big detail because in another week we're gonna be covering it on the show, so I don't want to go too much into it. But I was just wondering if you had indeed watched it yet. I'm thinking about rewatching it here soon myself. It's not like I haven't seen it recently, but I really like the damn movie. So, Darren, you're saying you would go with the Evil Dead design for your logo. Um, Now, are you talking about, Darren, are you talking about like the design on the Evil Dead posters and the VHS and DVD and all that? Because I would love to do that. Um, Unfortunately, I have to be very, very careful about what uh, artwork I use, because if I use the wrong artwork, even though they say that you can use stills from the movies and all of that, every time I've tried to do that, it they've deleted my profile and I have to start from scratch pretty much. So I guess because Evil Dead is more maybe well known than some of the stuff that people are putting logos on shirts for. And of course, Steve says maybe I'm not changing it enough, because I know he told me that Wes does similar logos and stuff to well-known things, but he changes them slightly. And so maybe I just need to change it a little bit, and I, won't get threatened with my profile or my storefront getting taken down. So you say Cassandra's lined up but not seen it yet. Okay. Yeah, well, you've got a whole other week before we're actually covering it, so we've got plenty of time. I guess I'm just kind of eager to know kind of whether you liked it or not, because I don't think Steve was too fond of it. We watched it together once, and I really, really liked it. Thought it was creepy in a lot of areas, and was a really good slasher. Um, and, kept you going as far as, who you thought was the killer and who was actually the killer in the movie. The first time I saw it, I kind of had an inkling here and there, but really couldn't figure out who the killer was until the very end. But you guys can all look forward to that when we discuss it on the Eurocult show. You're looking forward to it? Yeah, I'm actually looking forward to rewatching it again, because, like I said, I really, really enjoy it. I'm trying to think if there's anything else that I've been watching other than the Valentine's Day horror. Oh, I did watch. I don't know how many of you watched Joe Bob last night, but he had a Valentine's Day special, and for those of you wanting to know what the movies were and do not know, he showed Black Roses, and after that, he showed Frankenhooker. Now, I watched Black Roses, but I kind of started feeling sleepy about the time Frankenhooker was on, so I'm probably going to have to go back and rewatch that portion of the show. Plus, they did a really awesome, or in my opinion, it was awesome, like video, like a rock video with that John Brennan and Joe Bob and Darcy. Um, and I thought that was really interesting. They also had the, gosh, what are those guys called? The Bouillet Brothers or something like that. They have a show on Shudder. So they were kind of like the special guests on the show. Yeah, Darren. I guess me and Steve need to get on. Finding a way to watch that, so that we would actually be able to discuss it. Because I said I would be more than willing to give the new one a chance. I'm always willing to give stuff a chance, until it proves that it's lame or whatever. What do I think of the TCM trailer? Well, you know what? I can't actually say I've actually sat down and watched the whole thing. But when Steve and Wes were doing something a week ago or so, they were actually doing a watch along with the new trailer, and I saw little bits and pieces, and honestly, I don't really know what I think about it at this point. I don't know. I think I'm just gonna have to watch the movie, and then because I just, based on the little bits and pieces of the trailer I saw, I can't really give an opinion. So I will reserve my opinion until I've actually seen the movie. Also, Jay, you missed Joe Bob. I hope you didn't miss Joe Bob because you were hanging out with me. Um, I the Black Roses segment, which I got to see, was enjoyable. And I'm sure the Frankenhooker one was enjoyable too. I just started, zoning out at some point after Black Roses was over. But I can say that the Black Roses segment was enjoyable. I thought I was going to miss the start of Joe Bob because there were a few things I had to do after my live stream. I had to take care of some of my animals, my non-dog animals that are in the back room. I have rats and a snake and guinea pigs and rats. And did I mention iguana? I also have an iguana back there as well. Toby, my iguana, who's named after Toby Hooper. So, let's see. I don't even know what time it is. Heck, shoot. I don't know what time it is. I'm going to have to check and see what time it is. 7:42. I'm going to actually check and see where our pizza's at. And actually, our pizza is on its way, so I hope Steve is on the lookout for that. I may actually have to go out there to retrieve it. You say, Jay, you say you missed Joe Bob because it was on at 11 a.m. I had things to do. Yeah, I forget. Yeah, like you're in Japan, right? So that's like, yeah, the time frame is just totally, it just totally confuses me. I have enough trouble keeping up with our times and stuff. Which Steve says Eastern Time's the only real time anyway. He let me know about that when we were dating, and I was on Central Time in Western Kentucky, and he was on Eastern Time, and he was like, Eastern Time's the only real time. But yeah, I can understand at 11 a.m. I would probably have things to do too, Jay. Um, but it looks like Steve talked to you guys about The Farmer that he watched. I was, speaking of The Farmer, I was under the impression that that was going to be a horror movie. And I don't think it really was. I think it was more of like a crime / exploitation movie. And I was kind of disappointed because at first I thought I was going to get to watch a new, horror movie, and then it turned out, no, that's not quite what this is. And have any of the rest of you seen The Farmer yet? You may have already told Steve, but I was just curious if anybody else had seen it. I'm starting to really feel the effects of the alcohol now. I am extremely mellow. Not drunk, just mellow. I know Steve had some gummies last night, but I don't know if he had any gummies tonight or not. I know he was mighty hungry last night after he took those gummies. He ate like one of the drumstick ice cream cones that I got, and there was some other stuff he ate. I'm probably going to have to get me something to eat because the pizza's not quite here yet, but all this alcohol is sitting in my body, and I really should have ate some food to absorb a little bit of it, and I unfortunately did not. And I know Steve talked about Abracadabra also. I don't even know if I've seen Abracadabra ever. I was going to look at it, and you can tell your eyes are getting bad whenever you have to take your glasses off to actually read some of the stuff. No, I don't believe I have seen this thing. Maybe I can watch it at some point, but you know what? I'm going to check again to see on the status of our pizza, because that may mean the pizza is here. It is.
I'll go get it.
Steve's going to go get the pizza, everybody.
Yeah.
And we got brownie cookies, or whatever the heck them things are called. Oh. I was trying to be nice and get us a little pre-Valentine's Day supper. Gotta run by. I'll enjoy the pizza. Jay, you gotta leave? Okay. Well, you know what? If nobody else has anything that they want to comment on or ask me, I think I'm going to cut this off. And I thank all you guys for hanging out with me for a little bit. After Steve, I know Steve's a lot more interesting than I am. But I thank you guys for hanging out with me anyway. And I hope to have another live stream here shortly. And I hope you guys will be able to join me for that. But thanks again so much for hanging in as I dovetail on the end of Steve's live stream. So if nobody has anything else, I think I'm going to have Steve cut this off for the night. I need something to eat because I've had too much alcohol and not enough to eat.
All right. Thanks for everybody coming. Thank you, Darren. Talk to you later, guys. Here comes the outro.
You can click the bell notification, right? And it'll notify you anytime that DEADPIT puts up new shit.
Or don't. I really don't give a if you do or
I
don't.
want you to. I want you to.
I don't care.
Let's keep our community growing here on YouTube.
I don't like it. I don't want you to touch nothing.
Listen, they need to do that, pal.
No, don't you dare touch it.
Thumbs up. Subscribe. And click that bell.
Thank you to all of our supporters on Patreon. DEADPIT on Patreon.com is the only place to check out a complete archive of the old DEADPIT radio shows all the way back from 2005 on, in addition to the midweek shows and fan commentaries, exclusive podcasts, and much more. DEADPIT on Patreon.com if you're interested. Tiers start at only $1.